A quick look at the JBL Tune 310Cs. These are USB Type-C wired earphones, so if you're tired of having to constantly recharge your wireless buds, this can actually be an interesting alternative. You just need to plug it in and you're ready to go. And the USB Type-C design means that it's compatible now with all modern phones and tablets, whether it's an iPhone or Android device, many of those which no longer have a standard 3.5mm headphone jack. So if you wanted to use wired headphones like these, you'd have to use a dongle, so it's nice to have this built on in. Not to mention, JBL is claiming they're using a slightly higher quality DAC, or digital to analog converter chip inside. In fact, it is high-res audio certified, which is neat to see in only a $25 pair of headphones. And there's even 3 different EQ controls that you have. Because there's an inline remote with a built-in microphone for calls, you can play, pause, skip tracks, as well as long hold on the up and down volume keys for 2 seconds to switch between the 3 EQ modes of bass boosted, regular, balanced, as well as treble boosted for vocals. Meaning you don't have to fiddle around with any companion app, you can switch between those EQ profiles directly on the bud just by using the remote, which is neat. And there's also 3 sets of silicone tips to get a more snug fit. They also feature 9mm drivers inside, which offers a decent sound quality overall. I wouldn't say it's earth-shattering, since again the drivers are going to be a little bit smaller compared to studio-style headphones, but for smaller buds it sounds quite satisfying, pleasant, and plenty loud without sounding too thin, even at higher volume levels when you're listening to vocals and instrumentals. It's a pretty satisfactory audio experience as expected from JBL headphones, and there is no pairing, connectivity, or latency problems to speak of. You don't have to turn on Bluetooth, so it can be also nice to have if you're using them on a flight, for instance. If you're in airplane mode and wireless connectivity has to be turned off. There's going to be the aforementioned tips, which are packaged in kind of a parchment paper, so it's pretty eco-friendly. And the buds themselves I felt were pretty comfortable and snug with decent noise isolation, although active noise cancellation is missing at the moment, but they are very lightweight, pretty comfortable, reversible Type-C plug that works in either orientation, with better than expected audio quality for such a low-cost pair of headphones, thanks to the JBL tuning as well as the DAC built on in. Maybe the only slight con is the ends aren't really magnetic, and also they're crafted out of plastic, again comfortable and lightweight compared to a metal build or frame. One other point to briefly flag is, unlike true wireless buds, again because of the wire here, if you're doing a lot of vigorous movement or exercise running around, as the wire kind of jumps up and down, bouncing on your shirt, it can produce a little bit of sound. Especially if you've gotten used to true wireless buds, it might take some acclimation. But if you're mostly sitting down or lightly walking around, it can still be fine. But again, for vigorous sports and exercise, that's definitely an area where wireless headphones can be beneficial. But that might be perfectly fine if you're using it in situations like flights where you're sitting down anyways. If you're sitting in the car or on a subway during commuting or reclining in an office chair, then obviously it'll be fine as well. But overall, really not bad if you're looking for simple Type-C wired headphones that just work as expected.